Welcome to Alesund, Norway, a town known for its Art Nouveau charm and dramatic coastal setting. On our visit, we joined a tour into the legendary land of trolls, winding through fjords, strawberry valleys, and up the steep Trollstigen road to some of the most breathtaking views in Norway. Along the way, we stopped at waterfalls, gorges, and the towering troll wall before returning to explore Alesund itself, including the famous Overlook above the city. Come along as we share one unforgettable day in Alesund, Norway. Welcome to World Wanderers.
We're Alicia and Will.
Come wander the world with us. We just got off the boat in our first stop in Norway, Alesund.
We're waiting on our tour that went through Viator, Sightseeing Tour Trollstigen, Land of the Trolls, which we'll link in the description if you're interested. The weather today is absolutely beautiful and nice and sunny.
Yeah, we're super excited, so stay tuned if you want to see what the tour's like. We started our adventure at the cruise pier in Alesund, where we boarded our bus for the day. Almost immediately, we were treated to gorgeous views out the window as we drove out of the city and into the surrounding fjords. Pro tip, make sure to sit on the right side of the bus when facing forward if you can. That's the side we chose, and the views were absolutely superior to the other side of the bus the entire day. The tour also included a guide who shared stories about Alesund's and Norway's history, which made the drive even more enjoyable. Before long, we were already approaching our very first stop. After passing through the small town of Sjøholt, our first stop was Kokarsteinen, a scenic spot along the Storfjord. It's just a quick photo break, but the views over the fjord are beautiful. The name Kokarsteinen actually means the boiling stone, and local legend says a troll once used it as his cooking pot. Whether you believe the stories or not, it's a peaceful place to stretch your legs and soak in the scenery before continuing on into Norway's dramatic landscapes. Continuing our journey, we passed through Stordal and Valldal, an area famous for its delicious strawberries. Our next stop was the spectacular Gudbrandsjuvet, a dramatic gorge carved by rushing water. It's a short photo stop, about 15 minutes, but the views are incredible. You can hear the water roaring below and see the steep cliffs rising on either side. It's easy to see why this spot is such a favorite for photographers and nature lovers. This was also a moment to take a quick bathroom break, or in our case, grab a bunch of extra photos and all the pretty places that were around. As we drove on, the fjord views gave way to steep cliffs and rugged peaks, with waterfalls tumbling down the mountainsides. Along the road, we noticed piles of stones stacked by travelers over the years, traditional markers honoring the journey and the landscape. We just arrived at Trollstigen, and there's tons of scenic overlooks. It's beautiful here. Huge drop-offs, water everywhere, and beautiful mountains. It's great.
Love the view.
The Trollstigen Plateau is home to one of Norway's most iconic mountain roads. Originally opened in 1936 and considered an engineering marvel because of its steep incline and the 11 hairpin bends. The plateau itself offers multiple pathways and lookout points where you can take in the breathtaking scenery. Some paths are short and easy, leading to viewpoints right by the main platform, perfect for photos or just soaking in the mountains. Others wind a bit further along the ridges, giving you access to higher vantage points where you can see the twisting road below, the waterfalls, and the valley stretching out in every direction. Wooden and stone pathways guide you safely along these cliffs. If you have time, you can climb off the main pathways to get an even higher perspective of the plateau and the winding road below. It's absolutely worth it for the views. Alongside the viewpoint, there's a small restaurant and gift shop where you can grab a snack, a drink, or a souvenir while soaking in the scenery. The waterfall cascading beside the road adds to the dramatic experience, making this stretch of Trollstigen truly unique. Standing here, it's easy to see why this route is nicknamed the Land of Trolls. The combination of steep mountains, twisting roads, and thundering waterfalls feels almost magical, like you've stepped into a fairy tale. So this was a 45-minute stop, which was not long enough at all, but there is a gift shop here and a little cafe and bathrooms and stuff if you had enough time to do it. So if you are thinking of coming here with your own car, you could definitely spend more than the 45 minutes.
And I think, honestly, some of the best views and picture spots are off of the main paved path and platforms.
Definitely worth taking a little extra time if you've got it. It was then time to drive down the famous Trollstigen hairpin road. The guide reassured us that our bus driver had navigated these winding turns countless times, so there was nothing to worry about. Not that I think they would have told us if there was. As we carefully descended the steep bends, it was thrilling to look over the edges of the cliffs and see the dramatic drop below. The twisting road gave us incredible vantage points of the waterfall, which looked even more impressive from this perspective. Every turn revealed a new angle of the plateau and the rushing streams and surrounding mountains, making this part of the journey both exhilarating and unforgettable. From there, we headed to our final stop of the tour.
All right, we just stopped at the Trolls Wall, or Trollsveggen. It's over 5,000 feet tall, or 1,700 meters. It's the tallest vertical wall in Europe.
It's a favorite spot for mountain climbers and base jumpers, and standing at the base, you really get a sense of just how massive and awe-inspiring this cliff really is. After our day in the mountains, we returned to Alesund and spent some time exploring the town itself. Alesund is famous for its architecture, and walking through the streets, you can't help but admire the beautifully designed buildings. The town also has a number of charming shops where you can browse for souvenirs, local crafts, or just pop in to enjoy the cozy atmosphere. One of the highlights of visiting Alesund is hiking up to the scenic overlook, known as Aksla. To get there, you'll climb 418 steps, which sounds like a lot, but usually only takes around 10 to 15 minutes at a steady pace. Along the way, there are benches and resting spots where you can pause to enjoy the view as it gradually opens up over the town and surrounding islands. Once you get to the top, you're rewarded with a breathtaking panorama of Alesund, stretching across the water with mountains rising up in the background.
So I hiked up to the top of the nearby hill to the viewing point that overlooks the city of Alesund. It is definitely something worth doing, but it is a bit of a hike.
On the way back down, the path winds through a beautiful park filled with trees, flowers, and quiet walking trails, making it a peaceful way to finish the climb. So it ended up being a great port stop. We love the city.
We couldn't have asked for better weather and a more beautiful landscapes.
If you're interested in taking this tour yourself, we'll leave a link in the description. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our Norway adventure. Next up, we'll visit Flom, where we'll explore the famous Stave Church and sail through some of the most gorgeous fjords of the trip. After that, we'll head to Tromsø, the gateway to the Arctic, known for its stunning scenery and vibrant culture above the Arctic Circle. Then it's on to Honningsvåg, deep in the Arctic, where, spoiler alert, we'll run into a herd of wild reindeer on a hike. Finally, we'll wrap up in Trondheim, where we'll step inside Norway's most breathtaking cathedral and stroll past the city's iconic, colorful houses. We'd love for you to join us as the journey continues. Thanks so much for watching, and safe travels.